We're back for the second time today. We're back on the stream, the sportiest stream. How's everybody doing? Welcome back. We've had some incredible action today. We started a few hours ago with ISG Sunborough, 100x35 Orange winning that series in a game 5, and now we have TrashTalk Gaming, Strikers of Chaos, Emerald. Hello, Matt. How you doing? I see you. Again, we're gonna have this matchup coming up with TrashTalk Gaming, Strikers of Chaos, Emerald, and we'll end off with a best of 7 between Intelligence 6 figures. It is going to be an exciting night of action. I guess exciting afternoon, really. It's still the afternoon for me. As again, our next series, TrashTalk Gaming, Strikers of Chaos, Emerald. Both these teams lost in week 1 of LOS Champs. We actually got to see Emerald lose in week 1. We had their series. We got to see them as they tried to take down the Llama Daddies in a reverse sweep, but could not do it. They lost just short of the goal line in Game 5. Then in TrashTalk Gaming, they also went to a Game 5 against the Pigeon Boys and lost that one. It was also a close series. Again, some action here again in LOS, but now we're in week 2. Both these teams 0-1, wanting to make sure they can get themselves off to a better, to at least a somewhat successful start of the season. They don't want to go to 0-2. Reminder of the teams in this group. I can tell you how many teams actually are. There's 16 teams in this group. Only top 8 will make it to the final bracket, so you gotta get 3 wins. That's how it works in this bracket. There's 5 weeks, 3 wins, you're in, 3 losses, you're out. It is a Swiss stage format, except you have to play all 5 weeks. And so, if you lose this, you're putting yourself in a situation where you have to win from here on out. This season is not very long. It's a very short season, and you can very easily get yourself eliminated from contention if you do not play well. Whereas on the other, again, if you gotta win, you're putting yourself back at an even squaring, and you'll have 3 weeks. You gotta win 2 of those. A lot more doable. You don't want to be in a situation you have to win 3 for 3. Both these teams really do need this win. They need it badly. As Meyer Holtz with the follow. Thank you, Meyer Holtz, with the follow there. Thank you. Welcome into Sporty Stream. Thank you. You're joining just on time for TrashTalk Gaming, Strikers of Chaos, Emerald. We're just, again, setting everything up before we're doing basically a pre-show. Let me make sure I get a prediction poll up. There we go. Prediction poll is up and ready. 5 minutes to make your decision on who you think will win this series. You have TrashTalk Gaming or SOC Emerald. Emerald is actually part of Knights of Chaos, a partnered organization. That's the reason why we get to see this team so many times. As for TrashTalk Gaming, I've actually never seen this team before, or org. Yes, hello, Tommy. Nice to see you. Maybe we'll get to see you play on this team for this week. Who knows? You didn't. I know last week they played everyone except I think you, Tommy. Last week they played. Yeah, Eternal Vector, Jen, Nate Frog, and Boltini all had their time. Even Chaotix said a few things on stream in between the games. Maybe we'll get to see Tommy play this week. Who knows? Tommy Bucket's the guy, one of the organizers of the Splash series. So if you haven't shown support for the Splash series, make sure you do so. I actually don't know I don't think Emerald's actually in that league, but I know Knights are, and I know Cobalt is, and I know Strikers of Chaos is. So, yeah, Knights of Chaos are in it, Strikers of Chaos Cobalt are in, and Strikers of Chaos main are all in that. So, pretty fun though. Again, we're gonna win on both these teams, but we're getting very close to our match start time. Best of 5 series. Again, week 2 with it, even though it is the start of the season, this week actually is quite important for some of these teams because you do not want to go 0-2. If you lose 3 times, you are not going to make it to the top 8 no matter how hard you try. It's basically just a Swiss stage format. There's 16 teams in this group. Only the top 8 will make it out. And barring a team forfeiting out of the bracket, very likely we're going to be seeing only the teams with 3 wins make it in. So 3 wins or more, I should say, make it in. So you really don't want to go down early. Especially for Strikers against Emerald, who I think I remember last season went up to 3 and 1 or something like that. Like they went up to 3 wins very quickly in their bracket last time. So you don't want to do that. You don't want to miss out on the playoffs. Unfortunately for these teams, very likely we might see, very likely at the end of the season, 1 or both of these teams could be out of the running. Again, 5 weeks to get 3 wins, very doable. Again, Trash Talk on the blue, Strikers against Emerald will be on the orange. As Tommy Buckets is going to be in! Hey, Tommy Buckets in. That's actually really interesting. I'm interested to see how Tommy will play. Actually, I've never casted Tommy. I've casted with him, but never of him. So, that'll be interesting. Yeah, we do got Tommy Buckets. Eternal Vector, Tommy Buckets, Boltini. And I think one of the problems with Emerald right now is obviously the fact that a lot of these teams from the Knights of Chaos organization have actually switched up players. So they're not the same as they were maybe a week or two ago. So for Emerald, this is a new roster. There was an old Emerald that the only players that have stuck on the new Emerald roster have been Eternal Vector and Jen. Those are the only players that stuck on this new roster from the old roster. A lot of the other players are moving on to Cobalt or Onyx, I believe, were the other two teams that were some of the players left. So again, Emerald's still trying to get used to each other's berries. But what I found about this team again is also that we have seen Boltini earlier this week. She won on playing for Dakota over Illusion Weeping Angel. So we'll see if maybe maybe the confidence from that series will help her out. That series was 2 days ago, so who knows? But yeah, we're just waiting on TrashTalk Gaming. But I know they are online. Should be here any moment. And just waiting on TrashTalk Gaming here. Again, everybody, make sure you put in your votes there. A lot of time left to make your predictions. We'll get the series started in just a minute or two. As soon as we get TrashTalk Gaming in the lobby, I believe they have like 10 minutes after match start time to join anyways, even if they are a little late, but they shouldn't be. This could be a really exciting series. I've not seen TrashTalk Gaming before, so I have no clue how they're going to play. I've seen Emerald. New Emerald roster, again, it doesn't feel like they really have the full, like, team effort that they had last time going. Last time they had, like, a full team effort, they had a playstyle that works. This time, it feels like they don't have that same kind of thing. Again, it's because a lot of players have changed teams. But again, I want to see this new Emerald really put in some offense, and they have some strong players to do it. They have Eternal Vector, they have Boltini, they have, Nate Fogg's a pretty strong offensive player. They have a lot of players on this roster that can do a lot of damage. I just need to see them pull it together. I didn't even mention Jen. He's also can be a pretty aggressive player. Again, I want to see some aggression. Which team Tommy on? He's on Emerald. He's on Strikers Chaos Emerald. He's on Knights of Chaos. The Knights of Chaos organization. If you didn't know Zeon. He's on Emerald. It looks like TrashTalk Gaming's in there. Goodness and Snam. Oh goodness, who is who? Uh-oh. We'll have to figure out who is who. We're gonna figure out who is who, by the way. We're gonna figure out who Botcoda and Ryzen are. Because Goodness and Snam is obvious. He's got the same name. The other players on their team are Werecat, Daddy Shark, and Vils. I'm gonna figure out who is who on this roster. What in the world? Yeah, we're trying to figure out who is who on this roster so that we actually have everybody confirmed. Ryzen, okay, is Ryzen dead? That is not. And Botcula is Vils. Okay, so we know Botcula is Vils. I think Ryzen is Daddy Shark. Yeah, Ryzen is Daddy Shark. Okay, we found out who is who. Good job, good job, everybody. Quick confirm there. Ryzen is Daddy Shark. Botcoda is Vils. And now we can get the series started up. We know who is who. Yeah, the players on their team. I know they have different in-game names than they have as official names. But hopefully you guys... Emerald is pretty obvious. It's Eternal Vector, Tommy Buckets, and Boltini Rome. For TrashTalk, it's Godis and Stam. Ryzen is Daddy Shark, and Botcoda is Vils. Hopefully that helps you all out. I'll be going with their official names, just to make things easier for you all, okay? As here we go, best of 5 series, TrashTalk Gaming in the blue, Strikers of Chaos Emerald on the orange. No one wants to go down 0-2 in the season this early. And unfortunately for one of these teams, that will be the absolute truth for them. At this point in the season, these teams need to start getting things together very quickly. It's only a 5-week regular season. So you gotta get yourself off to a great start. Emerald. Up with it, but Daddy Shark will clear it back. Vils misses this one, and in comes Tommy Buckets. Emerald bringing some offense. Last week, again, they had a really tough time with the Llama Daddies. Llama Daddies were so fast, were so aerial-based, and you could see it become a challenge here for Emerald, as they just aren't a very high-flying kind of team. They like to keep it in the ground. His roster doesn't like to go up very high, and that's going to be one of the things that teams can use against them. If they can get up to the ball into the air and start winning some of these challenges, they'll find ways through. As Tommy Buckets to the back wall, cleared back by Goditz and Snam. Emerald pushing, Eternal Vector, that one saved just barely there by Vils. As that one went halfway into the goal before Vils actually was able to scoop it right out. But you didn't really feel any sort of pressure there on him. As now Goditz and Snam towards the net, Tommy Buckets gets the save. Off the back wall from Daddy Shark, Boltini there for that one. Inched ahead by Vils. Tommy Buckets. Beaten by Daddy Shark. That one won't go ahead towards the net. TrashTalk Gaming with some pretty strong momentum, some pretty strong pressure, but they aren't really capitalizing on it. They are not really, they don't have that you know, they have everything they have the structure, but they just don't have the lethality that they need here on offense to take down a team like Emerald. Eternal Vector gets through off the back wall. Miss! Oh, that's an open net for Boltini Rome. She will not miss those. And that is the first goal of the series. A free one, a gift for Boltini Rome. And for Strikers of Chaos Emerald, as that one missed. Just an absolutely horrible situation here. It's Boltini. Gave away by the opponents here as Goditz and Snam takes to the corner. Off the back wall. Trying to find a clear. Eternal Vector back in. Eternal Vector make it 2. Yes, he does. Back post and in. And that's a second goal for Emerald. They keep on the pressure. And they'll get a second one early here. Didn't take them very long at all. Now to the back. Goditz and Snam gets the clear away. Looking for Vils here. Goditz will go by himself. Tommy Buckets keeps this one out, Emerald. I would have assumed that they would have played such a defensive style here with Tommy Buckets. From my knowledge of him, he's quite a defensive player. He's not known for his mechanics. I felt that this team would have been reliant on Boltini to put on the shooting, but no, in fact, it's been the exact opposite. They've been a lot more aggressive than I expected they have been. Well, sure, Boltini is pushing up the furthest up. This team is not nearly as defensive as I thought they would have been. Although that one from Goditz and Snam for the defense. And TrashTalk Gaming find one back. He just lays in the midfield there, and Goditz and Snam got an absolute steamer to the top of the nets, and well, there's one right back for the blue side. Maybe all they need is one goal. Emerald. That series, one of their problems was also just not being able to score enough. They didn't score a lot of goals even when things were close. Ultimately, as a team, if they're going to be this reliant on them being strong defensively, they need to be strong defensively. But really, you don't want to be able to rely on your defense this heavily. Emerald, that was one of the things that hurt them in their old roster, was just how defensive they were. They could keep things close, but it just felt like they could have pushed up a little higher. As now Goditz and Snam to make it 2. That one off the crossbar, saved by Tommy Buckets as he just barely gets to that one. Emerald being forced to sit back on defense. This is not a very comfortable position for them. As no one jumping for this, goes to Snam, trying to make it 2, still in front. Where's the shot? Saved away by Boltini. Emerald really need to break out here if they want any sort of pressure to be released. And now upfield, Boltini saves this one. In comes Vils. Vils across the net. Eternal Vector keeps it out. At Daddy Shark. But it's a Snam up high. That one's not on. Follow up. Saved by Eternal Vector. As Emerald, how do they keep doing this? They're on their own defensive half. It feels like they just won't want to break out. They don't have the ability to. Look at how far back they all are. Emerald needs to get ball control. They rely too heavily on clears. They rely too heavily on plays that just won't work. Unless they get the ball out of their half, they're going to get scored on. Daddy Shark. Good away by Eternal Vector. Goaded. Demoed by Eternal here as Drake's Cast Emerald still on defense. Vils to the back wall. Boltini holds possession. Pushed away as brings his name off the corner. Eternal Vector getting bumped in front for Vils. That should do it. That will do it. 2-2. Emerald. Seems like it's a lot of the same issues as last time from this team. They cannot break out of their own defensive half, and it's not because of the opponents in this case. It's because they themselves are sitting so far back. And when you sit like that, you have to be able to trust your dribbles. Their dribbles have not been trustworthy. Anything but. Their dribbles have been weak. They've been without boost, and more importantly, they've been very ineffective at getting the ball away from their half. All that this TrashTalk Gaming team needs to do is just continue to hold the midfield. Emerald is not really putting on that much pressure. As now, final second, maybe one more chance in front from Daddy Shark. Maybe a shot. Oh, wait, that didn't go in. Wait, that didn't go in. Oh, no way. Oh, that should have gone in game. That was perfectly placed from Daddy Shark. Will he win it in overtime? Yes, he will. Oh my, that one. Daddy Shark got robbed by the timer here at the end of this game, but still finds the breakthrough. And the problem right now for Emerald is they're just sitting back, they're letting the pressure come to them. And while on the old roster that worked, they could break out so easily, this new roster, it's not doing the same thing. That's a worrying sign for Emerald if they're letting this kind of pressure onto them. 15 shots to 5, they need to break out easier. They are sitting back so far. It feels like they just don't have the trust in their own abilities and each other's abilities to get that ball out of their half. They need to have that trust, because if they don't, they're going to be back even further on the defensive half, which is only going to make things tougher for them. TrashTalk Gaming will take game 1. Emerald will have to find some sort of a foothold here. They started off last game so confident in their abilities, but as the game went on, they just kind of lacked the trust that they needed. And now is a better time than ever to try to get yourself upfield a little more. Emerald, letting them have the space that TrashTalk Gaming needs to get those goals. They need to be able to push back a little easier, a little bit more here. Because TrashTalk Gaming, if they're given that kind of room, if they're given that kind of ability to do what they want, they're going to have a lot of free time. Oh, that's a miss, though. Tommy Buckets will score first in this game. Well, I can't really say much about that one. That's just a miss there on the backfield from Vils here. Tommy Buckets with a very easy goal. Well, I don't think he even expected to go in. Gameplay continues. Eternal Vector booms this one down the field. Hot by Daddy Shark as they look for an outplay here. Boltini was a little too slow to jump on that one. Daddy Shark. Get back by Tommy Buckets. Loaded since Nam has a net in front of him. Boltini will jump up and take that one away. As now on target. Eternal Vector saves this one. Godis and Stam just took it away here from Vils. He's got literally no boost. He's getting harassed by Tommy Buckets. Tommy, infield, open net to shoot on. Vils will get there before anybody else does. Godis and Stam will get the clear. Eternal Vector doesn't jump for that one. Instead, we'll let it go to his own half of the field. Daddy Shark on a team bump here from TrashTalk Gaming means they have to go all the way back, but they might get scored on instead. Eternal Vector for the defense. And Eternal Vector to double this team's lead. It's 2 to SOC Emerald, none for TrashTalk Gaming. And just like that, things can change. Just like that, things can all fall apart for TrashTalk Gaming. Emerald, they need to keep up this kind of aggression. This is a lot better from them in this game than from last game. Although they won't get to that one. Goditz and Snam will get one back. Tommy Buckets, everybody was relying on him here. He didn't actually have to jump for that one. The fact of the matter is he missed it, and that's an easy goal for TrashTalk Gaming. It's a tough touch for Tommy Buckets to make, but it's one that, in that position, he has to make if he's going to go for it. There's now a fake kickoff from TrashTalk Gaming. Works quite well for them. And get into the defense. Eternal Vector. Close in. Oh, no one making contact here. Off the corner. My Buckets, I thought he missed that one for a second, but he does get a touch on it. Now Eternal Vector. Off the corner. Infield for Boltini. That's off the crossbar. Cleared away by Vils. Tommy Buckets keeps it in the offense. Boltini. Light touch in front for Eternal Vector, but that one not able to be completed. And now, TrashTalk Gaming can clear. Tommy Buckets. You can feel the hope that Tommy Buckets has in this game. He does not ever want to be out of the play. You can just see, just again, he will cut rotations, he'll jump in front. It seems like, overall, Tommy Buckets just will not ever let himself overcommit, be away from the play. As now, here's his chance to get a goal. Tommy Buckets! 3-1. And Emerald reestablished that 2-goal lead. Tommy Buckets in front of the nets. And he's got all of that net to shoot at. He can choose wherever he wants. Chooses the top of the nets where no one can reach. Rikers of Chaos Emerald, after having a game 1 where they slowly started to collapse under that pressure, now in game 2, trying to reestablish themselves. Again, it all relies on being able to consistently put on offense, but put on pressure, not be afraid of being back on their own defensive side, and trusting each other to get the ball away. There's Tommy Buckets. Gets past Vils here. Last one back is Goated. Tommy Buckets! Saved by Goated and Snam. No Vector now. In front, Boltini. Can't put it on, but does try to create offense. Good touch from Vils, though. Tommy Buckets infield to Eternal Vector. He's maybe a little too aggressive for that. And that's an open net for TrashTalk Gaming. You like the idea there from Tommy Buckets to put an infield pass. There was a lot of space for it, but the real decision here is up to Eternal Vector if he wants to jump for that one. Does, but he gets beaten in the process. The confidence of SOC Emerald now plummeting a little bit, as it's only a 1-goal differential once again. Miss there from Daddy Shark. Go to Snam. That just goes in. Tommy Buckets, where in the world has he gone? I don't know if he just didn't think the shot was coming or what there, but he is in no man's land. It's one of those things where I don't think he's really paying attention to the play in front of him. He sees the first challenge miss, but he doesn't look at the second challenge. And just like that, Tommy Buckets found in the wrong position here. Good save from Daddy Shark on the other side. Emerald once again found themselves with a lead early in this game, but now they're losing it. For Tommy Buckets, he has been an influential player this game. 2 goals, but also a couple of mistakes that have cost his team goals. As now Daddy Shark down the field. Tommy Buckets gets the clear away. You think if there's any play that's going to develop into a goal, it's going to be from him. As in front, Eternal Vector can't hit it. Good away with Vils. 50, Fu Boltini, Tommy Buckets, last one back. Bounced by Vils here, he just gave that one for Vils. In front for Daddy Shark to take the lead. And Tommy Buckets once again caught at the center of this play as he shoots that one straight into Vils. And Vils, quick reaction, finds Daddy Shark in the midfield. And right now, TrashTalk Gaming look to go 2-0 up in the series. As Emerald, again, they're losing their grip on this one. That offense of theirs is washed up in this game. But they still have time to get one back. Boltini can't get through Daddy Shark, but Eternal Vector the follow-up. Not past him either. And Vils can get the clear. Buckets again on defense. Vils to the back wall. Tommy Buckets. Oh, that's a bad touch from Tommy Buckets. That one could have gone in as well. Fortunately for Emerald, they'll get the ball away. As now Tommy Buckets. Tommy towards the net. Snam saves it. Emerald pushing here from around 18 yards out from the back wall. As in front, Tommy Buckets could jump on this. Good stop touch there from Vils. Didn't panic under the pressure. Made the right play at the right time. This one could still go to Emerald. Now there's a bit of panic from this TrashTalk Gaming side. Tommy Buckets in field. Boltini roam. Saved by Daddy Shark as he gets in the way. Eternal Vector with the pinch. Boltini beaten by Daddy Shark. Tommy Buckets needs to get the ball back in the offense quickly, but he takes too much time in front of the net. Eternal Vector gets the clear. Nothing really happening in the corner. The game Kind of slowing down now, cleared away. Eternal Vector needs to get to this one. Emerald, need to go the entire length of the field here. That won't happen. The ball will hit the ground. TrashTalk Gaming will now go up 2-0 in the series, one game away from sweeping Strikers of Chaos Emerald. Again, just like last game, Emerald slowly lose their grip on this game. This one even more heartbreaking than the others, especially for Tommy Buckets. He's going to be really disappointed with himself in that game. A couple of his own mistakes cost his team here, and he did so at the start of this game. He was playing absolutely amazing. He was on cloud 9, it seemed like. But he was just playing absolutely incredibly. His shooting was lethal. He was able to keep offense so well as that last player up, but as the game went on, a couple of mistakes from Tommy Buckets unfortunately will put his team down in the series 2 games. You really have to feel bad for them. As now Tommy Buckets and Nate. Oh, we got a whole change up of rosters here, I think, from Emerald. And they're not against making these changes. It's gonna be Jen, Eternal Vector, and Nate Frog. Not happy with the old lineup. That understandable again. I do feel bad for Tommy Buckets in that last game. He played so well, and then it all fell apart in the end. And now Emerald have to make a reverse sweep. But TrashTalk Gaming could just win this one here, 3 games straight. We saw Emerald get so close to a reverse sweep last week. They're faced with that same kind of opportunity this week here. It's Nate Frog. Can get the dribble. Daddy Shark to the corner, but cleared away by Jen. Bills down the field. Daddy Shark to the back wall in front of the nets. No one jumping in immediately here. Emerald. See how this new roster will work for them, but so far it just seems like they don't have that same rotations right now. For the defense, a big dunk from Nate Frog. Down the field, off the corner for Jen. Can't read it. No, Vector here will fake it for Nate Frog. Off the back wall, follow up from Eternal Vector. Open nets. Oh, but he misses it completely. A beautiful play made from Nate Frog. Got the demo, got the great play off the back wall. And it was completely open there for him. Eternal Vector just overthought that one a little bit. I don't know. The fact that the ball was bouncing probably made it a little more difficult as well, but he definitely overthought that play. He psyched himself out a little bit. Emerald are going to have to reset. Daddy Shark goes under Eternal Vector. Now he has the dribble. Daddy Shark. Dribble over Jen towards the net. Saved by Nate Frog. As Goditz and Snam. Dunks by Jen. Bills. Again, this one's cleared away. As Bills with the offense. TrashTalk Gaming, this is where they're the happiest. You can see a lot of players out the back wall getting set down here by Emerald. This new lineup is not going to be able to sleep that one out, though. It's Daddy Shark. 1-0 for TrashTalk Gaming. As Daddy Shark just gets over Nate Frog here. I was going to mention about the mechanics of the Emerald team. I think this new lineup is a little more mechanical. That's why they're keeping the back wall clean, but definitely are still getting beat here. Still getting out-pressured. It changed the fact that this team is overall still quite defensive, even with this new lineup. Now, oh, Vils, he's just missed an open net. And he's just saved Goditz and Snam as well. Vils could not get out of the way here. Emerald will clear the ball. What should have been a second goal there, Vils absolutely denies his own team. Eternal Vector to tie it up. And that's just an unfortunate situation for Vils here. Saves his own team's ability to go up by 2. And now, his team will see the game tied up from Eternal Vector. As Emerald gonna march back into this one. Goes it Snam. Runs by Nate Frog. Eternal Vector gets the clear. Vils. Ooh, gets that one. Trying to put off his own back wall. Jen now. Daddy Shark. Oh, and a little touch there from Daddy Shark. He's just got past 2 players in one move. He's in the corner. Daddy Shark bumps Eternal Vector. Goes it Snam. Drop down. Saved by Nate Frog. It's Daddy Shark. Keeps it up. Vils. Jumping in. TrashTalk Gaming. Trying to create themselves their offense. In front, Bills. That will be a second goal. A double commit here from Emerald. They could have recovered, though. But Nate Frog did not jump for it. He was a little too late onto that play. I think his car camera, looking up straight at the ball, did not see that Vils was putting on the pressure. I think he thought that play was completely free for him. Oh, that's a beautiful shot there. What a beautiful play. What a beautiful save from Jen. But Emerald need to get the ball out. They're losing in this game. What a touch. Jen gonna tie it up. He's missed the targets. A couple open nets so far have been missed by both of these teams this game. We could be seeing a whole different scoreline if at least even one of them went in. But yet it's 2-1. That's the scoreline, Emerald. The ones losing right now, both in the series and in the game. Is Jen. Dunked. TrashTalk Gaming still looking for another one. Vector. Pulls around Daddy Shark. Puts it off the back wall. Shot coming in, and it's Nate Frog by surprise. And it's 2-2, Emerald. Keep up the offense, but this one, go to Snam. I don't think his camera saw Nate Frog coming. Lacks the awareness to know that someone from Emerald is going to challenge that no matter what no matter what happens. And it will go in, but a fake kickoff from TrashTalk Gaming. Gonna make it work here. Oh my goodness, it actually will go in. No, it won't. It's saved. Off the post. Kept up by Tunnel Vector. Emerald barely survive. The skin of their teeth. Still in front of the nets. Nate Frog gets the clear. Vils back in. Anybody from this TrashTalk Gaming team could score at any moment. Nate Frog pinched off of Daddy Shark. As Vils calls for this one. Jen's missed the touch. Goes Nam gets the clear. Tunnel Vector on his own back half. And Nate Frog sends it down. Jen off the back wall. Tunnel Vector trying to take this one. And he will. 36 seconds left. Emerald have just taken the lead back in their favor. As Vils, they didn't see Eternal Vector there. He didn't really make any sort of a challenge in that play. Emerald are going to have to take multiple games like this. Although TrashTalk Gaming, again, there's still a lot of time left for them. Eternal Vector shoots it down, but Eddie Shark keeps in the offense. Balance with Jen. Up is Godis and Snam. Eternal Vector's missed, but Nate Frog will help a friend out. He's going to get a dribble there that gets past a couple of different players from this TrashTalk Gaming team. Nate Frog. Final 10 seconds. Emerald, if they get this one, that will end the game. And it's saved out. Follow-up from Eternal Vector. That's also kept away. Oh, look at Nate Frog. That is a smart play from Nate Frog. He is not willing to take his chances on offense. He'll just let the ball stay on the ground here. And Strikers of Chaos, Emerald. Not out of it just yet. They're going to need to keep up this kind of offense, and they need to they're going to need to get better and better, because I have a feeling TrashTalk Gaming are going to adapt to this play very soon. As now TrashTalk Gaming, Bills is out. Maybe he's putting in a card change. See if Bills comes back. I think Bills is just doing a card change here, as no one else is joining in. We'll wait for Game 4. Everybody ready for it, but again, I don't know where Vils is. We'll wait for Vils. As soon as Vils comes back, we'll get the series started up again. There, he's back. There we go. Quick card change, I'm sure. From Vils. Now, Game 4, again, Emerald. Put on the back ropes, but we're able to stand the punches last time. Now, can they do it again? Jen, off the back wall. Emerald would love to be the ones to score first. Well, so far in the series, that has not helped them. Zaddy Shark down the field. Nate Frog is going to get up to this one. Vector will put this one away. But it's Snam. Looking for Daddy Shark as he puts that one over Jen. Nam, I don't know what he did there. He's expecting the bounce out, but it rolled. An awkward bounce here for Daddy Shark to get to. Jen can clean it up. Off the sidewall here. Jen on and in. Breakers of Chaos Emerald will get one back. In Game 4, they'll start off the scoring with a 1-0 lead, as Jen Bonus Inside will go the whole length of the field. They need to keep up this kind of offense. TrashTalk Gaming, not a team that will be kept out of the scoring for very long. There's Jen in the corner. They'll find a pass in field, but goes his name to the sidewall. Eternal Vector. Infield pass. Nate Frog trying to make it 2. Kept away. Although TrashTalk Gaming are double committing at more and more of these Emerald plays. Definitely feeling a bit threatened of the from the offense that's in front of them. Nate Frog wants a challenge on Daddy Shark. Eternal Vector. Cut on, but saved by Vils. But Jen misses the target. And now rising off the back wall. Nate Frog. Tap down. Offense for TrashTalk Gaming. They're going to shoot this one, and it will find its way through. Godison Snam took his opportunity. And my goodness, he launched that one. Jen Bonus Inside could not reach up to it in time. He's just a little too slow on the aerial. And it is a tie game now, as TrashTalk Gaming not giving up the opportunities. Daddy Shark. It's hit backwards. Nate Frog. I want to challenge this one, but it will go in the midfield for Eternal Vector. Follow-up touch. Not made. Nate Frog, last one back. Has to be careful here. As TrashTalk Gaming could have put in even more offense if he didn't put on a good play. Jen. That's 2. That is 2. Free shot for Jen Bonus Inside. And you won't be seeing him miss those opportunities. He was known as on the old team for how good he was at shooting. In this team, it's still the very same thing. He's given a free opportunity. He will take it. The thing about him is he does not need many opportunities before he hits that net. There's Nate Frog. Left in front for Jen Bonus Inside. His hat trick. Saved away by Godison Snam. Eternal Vector. Bills doesn't get a very strong touch on it. There's now 2 players coming from Emerald. Cleared away by Goaded. Emerald just kind of swarming in the midfield here. Like a bunch of vultures. Just waiting for the play to unfold in their favor. That's going to go completely the wrong way. And almost in their nets, but fortunately for Emerald, it did not find the right trajectory. Nate Frog. Oh, a good spawn from Nate Frog. And Eternal Vector will get the clear. Emerald right back up on the offense. They're not going to score often, but if they have this much offense, it's not like their opponents are going to get very many goals either. And as long as they're scoring, their opponents are going to have difficulty scoring back. And that's Jen's hat trick, by the way. You weren't counting. Jen's got all 3 goals this game for Emerald. Again, his shooting might be what keeps Emerald in this series. We'll see just how well he can continue that kind of shooting. How well the defense of Emerald will stand. As Jen gets the dunk on Vils. A Shark. Challenge Eternal Vector. Nate Frog now. Next one up. They'll fake this one to the corner. And A Shark has no boost. And he's just going to give this one up to Nate Frog. Right back in from Vils. A Shark with a full tank up boost. In front of the net. Pop down for Vils, but no one could react to it. That means the offense from this TrashTalk Gaming team will be a bit delayed. That's enough time that Emerald can use to get some 50-50s to get the ball out. Nate Frog on target, saved by Nam. In front, Eternal Vector. Another save from Goaded. Cleared away by Daddy Shark. Jen keeps this one out. The touch as well, and that gets past 2 players. Jen. Full tank up boost, can't get the challenge on Vils though. He'll demo out Daddy Shark in front. Maybe a shot coming, but Goaded cannot get to it. Jen. Off the sidewall. Bumped. Incoming from Vils. Couldn't get the second touch. It will be cleared away by Nate Frog. Breakers of Chaos Emerald. Close calls on defense, but that's what they're used to. As long as they keep making saves, they'll keep getting the ball away from their half. But Vils fill the nets, no one guarding it. And TrashTalk Gaming do find the breakthrough. It comes from Vils as that dunk from Goated. Nobody in the net for Emerald. And that's an easy shot for Vils. He will not miss those. Not often, at least. This game, all of a sudden getting a lot closer. Emerald, been in this situation before, but they've had a lead for so much of the game before losing in these final minutes. Do not want to have that happen again. You're going to need to play strong defense. They're going to need to be able to not let the things get ahead of them. But again, another one. This one finds its way in. Eternal Vector's missed challenge. Nate Frog had to challenge that one, and he's stuck between a rock and a hard place there. If he doesn't touch it, there's going to be someone on the back end that does score it. If he does touch it, it's still in front of his net. TrashTalk Gaming find the fortunate situation. They'll take advantage of it. And now only one game away from taking the lead in this game. Jen gets past Goated. Emerald, the defense, held up very well in this game until these final moments. And now it's up to Emerald to get themselves that win. It's cleared away. Nate Frog, the last one back. Might want to just let this one hit the ground for overtime. But across the net, Vils won't put it in. Goated couldn't get to it. And we will go to an overtime in Game 4. Next goal wins this game. Emerald, if they need to score here if they want the series to continue. As that one in front of the nets, not on. Nate Frog trips off the post. Vils in the corner. Emerald starting to panic here very easily on defense. Like to find maybe a little bit of happiness here on offense. That's going to be a free one for Eternal Vector. 23 seconds in. Emerald have now forced this series. Instead of being 2-0 down, now it's 2-2 tied in the series. And Emerald might actually get a reverse sweep if they are able to get Game 5. But again, it's really close. These games are not separated by very much. Emerald, with Gen bonus inside, getting 3 of the 4 goals. The big issue is that they seem to get a bit overconfident at the end of these games. They really cannot do that. They need to have that momentum stay strong, and that mentality really stay positive, even as we get to near the ends of these games. Because TrashTalk Gaming seems to heat up at the end of the games. They kind of learn what their opponents are doing. For Emerald, they need to not let that get the better of them. And here we go, Game 5. Ahead of us. Emerald could win the series in a reverse sweep. They just need one more game. As here we go. Game 5, Champions Field. Strikers Chaos Emerald were down 2-0 in the series. Now it's tied 2-2. Won the last 2 games, but they've both been incredibly close. They're going to stay that way. Goated since Nam will get the first one, only 6 seconds in. As the Damo play was not the wrong play here from Eternal Vector, but that touch does not help him. Now the question for Emerald, can they come back? Game 5, it's really difficult to come back in Game 5 because of all the pressure that's on you. And that lead can give you so much confidence. Jen, off the back wall. Eternal Vector puts it in field. There's a miss from Goated since Nam. Use it for Daddy Shark. TrashTalk Gaming really not pushing up all that heavily anymore. But it's in front of the net. Nate Frog with a big miss. Jen can't get to it. Nate Frog needs to hit those. And the mistakes coming out from Emerald in Game 5. The last place they want to have those mistakes come. And that's a touch. Nate Frog does not miss often. This is the absolute worst time for him to do that. 2 goals in about 30 seconds already. Emerald are going to need to find their footing quickly. They're going to need to get themselves back into it. A 2-goal lead is very tough to come back from in this kind of a series. Eternal Vector, second touch. Doesn't put it on target, but Goated name is awkward. It actually was on target. I didn't think it was on target. I did not see that properly. As now, Daddy Shark. Nate Frog will catch him going for boost. Nate Frog infield for Eternal Vector. Stopped by Daddy Shark. Goated. Miss from Gen bonus inside. And last game, Emerald relied very heavily on Jen to get the shooting. In this game, they're going to need to rely on a few other people to get themselves in that offensive part as well. It's Nate Frog upfield. Find the pass. Bouncer though, it's really awkward here. Jen should score that, he will. And now it's TrashTalk Gaming to make the errors on defense. It bounces off the corner. No one reads this. And Jen has got the easiest set to shoot on. Game 5, mistakes can mean everything for you. It's Nate Frog. Misses this. In the midfield for Goated on, saved by Eternal Vector. And now he'll push up in the corner. Back out by Daddy Shark. Jen bonus inside to the defense. Not on. Goated with no boost. Nate Frog with the dunk. Bills. The corner. Jen gets a touch on that, but he may have preferred not to. That one's going to be really awkward for Emerald to catch up to, but they do. Nate Frog off the back wall. Good touch from Daddy Shark to keep it away. Emerald hacking numbers upfield. Haven't been able to find a play right in front of that net. Not yet, at least. Nate Frog to the sidewall. Jen. Dunked by Vils. Eternal Vector hit away, but goaded towards the net. Nate Frog keeps this one out. Emerald back on defense. Their offense was very productive at keeping the ball up, but they just could not get themselves in front of that net. They could not find the spots. TrashTalk Gaming definitely putting people right in front of that net just to prevent the most likely place where they're going to get scored on. Here's Jen. Dunked here, but it will favor him. Going straight to Eternal Vector. To catch up to this one. Daddy Shark gets around that, but Jen puts it upfield. Do commit here. And that one, not a great bounce. But Goated gets to it. As now he gets past one, but not past the other. Emerald. They back on the defense. Their midfield has to be reestablished. Jen off the back wall. Great read from Goated, who has been a brick wall on defense for Emerald to get through. As Nate Frog struggled with that one on the sidewall. 50 in front of that. Nate Frog gets past Vils here. Open backfield. Just need to put it on. Jen, is that it? Saved by Daddy Shark. It was an open backfield for Jen. He put it on target. It was a good shot, too. Yet again, the defense stays strong for TrashTalk Gaming. Eternal Vector now in the midfield. Nate Frog can't get to it. Goated. Jen over top of him. Eternal Vector not through Daddy Shark. Nate Frog. Emerald. Time ticking down. We're about to hit that 1 minute whining here, and they're still one goal away from tying it up. As that mistake in front of the nets. Oh my goodness, Vils doesn't score those. Emerald almost gifted that one away, but my goodness, a bad shot will save them here. Now they need to get into offense. Jen off the corner in front of the nets for Nate Frog. What a 50-50. TrashTalk Gaming survive. Daddy Shark with low boost. And use what little he has to keep the ball in his own team's possession. Nate Frog up the field. Jen will get to this one. It's actually pinched the other corner where Vils is standing. A Vector in the corner. Good away by Daddy Shark. Emerald. Still, maybe one or two more opportunities for them in this game. Eternal Vector. Nate Frog can't put it on. Cleared the other way. Eternal Vector trying to get anything upfield in front from Daddy Shark. Jen can't clear it. Now Nate Frog has to do it. Up he goes, but he doesn't hit it. 2 weeks in a row, Emerald will lose in Game 5. And 2 weeks in a row, they'll now be 0-2. The questions for Emerald continue. They have what it takes, but they just can't make it all come together. They lose in their second week in a row in LOS Champs. TrashTalk Gaming will take this one in Game 5. What a series. What a close one here. Emerald almost made a reverse sweep. They did the same thing last week and lost in Game 5 this week. Unfortunately for them, will go the exact same way. All that hope, all that trust, all that pressure ends up at nothing. As TrashTalk Gaming will take this one. Emerald now 0-2 on the season. An unfortunate turn of events for Emerald. They have a long way to go. And essentially now they have to win every week from here on out if they want to get to the playoffs. A difficult ask of them, but what is in front of them here. Again, what a tight series here. Stay close to the very end of the action. But again, reminder on what's coming up. We got one more series later today. Intelligence Six Figures, a best of 7. The Skyward Series wildcard. Action that you won't want to miss. Action I promise will be extremely exciting for you all. As again, a close series until the very final moments, but that is it on this stream. At least for now, we'll be we'll be back though with another matchup later today. Again, as I already prefaced, matchup you won't want to miss. Here, let me find someone to raid here, just to end off the stream. Who do I go for? I'll find someone. Okay, let's do this then. Okay. There we go. Again, everybody, thank you so much for joining. We'll be back live soon, though, with our last series of the day. See you all. I'll be right back. Don't worry, it won't be that long.